Folks, welcome back to the second report of the night for March 28th, 2017. This is a junior report, and the highlight game tonight is the Janesville Jets at Springfield to play the Junior Blues tonight in the North American Hockey League. It's a vital game for the Springfield Junior Blues, or at least as close to vital as you can get. They enter the game tonight 4 points out of the final playoff spot, which is currently held by the Coulee Region Chill, while Springfield has actually played one extra game. However, they do have some control left because the final 4 games of their regular season will all be against the Coulee Chill. So Springfield would love to get the 2 points tonight to move a little bit closer and then take care of business down the stretch. Of course, the Coulee Region Chill will have something to say about that as well. They actually have had some recent meetings, and the Chill kind of got that lead by taking control of those games. They won a pair in lacrosse just a couple weeks ago. So Springfield's back is definitely against the wall. They need to come out fighting, and it'll be a tough job tonight against the division-leading Janesville Jets. The Jets come into this game 38-11, 0-4. But perhaps because they've been so comfortable on top of the division, they've sewn up first place overall in the division, actually probably some time ago. But they have actually dropped their last 3 games. For a team that's only lost 11 this season, a 3-game losing streak definitely sticks out. So they'll always also be looking to get on the winning track tonight, while the game is, as we said, really crucial for Springfield. This is the 12th and final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. Janesville has won 9 of the previous 11. So definitely a big margin in favor of the Jets, as you would expect with a team that dominant. The good news for Springfield, though, is they have fared slightly better on home ice. Both of their wins have come in the 5 games they've played at home. So they'll be hoping to ride that wave a little bit tonight. And that should be a big game. Face-off there is at 7 o'clock in Springfield. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And that really is the only junior game of the night. I did want to follow up a little bit. Last night I spoke a bit about the Ontario Hockey League playoff game between the Flint Firebirds and the Sioux Greyhounds. It was the first home playoff game in the history of the Flint Firebirds. And it couldn't have started much better. They actually had an 11-2 edge in shots through the first half of the first period, and they opened up a 1-0 lead. I believe by the end of the first period, though, it was all even, and the Sioux ended up going on to, I think, a 3-1 win there. So that series stands at 2-1 in favor of the Sioux Greyhounds, who have got home ice advantage back in their favor after opening the set with a split on home ice in the Sioux against the Firebirds. And I believe second game of that series will be Thursday night in Flint, and that'll be really a key match for the home team if they want to get back in this series. They've played well so far, but unfortunately they find themselves trailing now 2-1. So let's talk a little bit now about the NA3HL. They don't have any games tonight, but tomorrow they kick off the Silver Cup Championship Series. That's all 8 of the division champs will be in Romeoville, Illinois. They're all division champs, and they'll be split into 2 pools of 4 teams each for round-robin games, followed by semifinals and finals to determine the league champion in the NA3HL. 2 of the teams that are going to be there, and they always seem to have a lot of attention whenever they're there because of their success rate. The North Iowa Bulls are the defending champs. They won the Silver Cup last year, and they will be back. They won their division with playoff sweeps against Rochester and La Crosse. So they'll be back. And then the Granite City Lumberjacks. Between the 2 of them, the North Iowa Bulls and the Granite City Lumberjacks have claimed the last 5 Silver Cup championships. So one of those two teams could come out there. They happen to be in opposite pools heading into play this week. Also there from the Midwest, the St. Louis Junior Blues. That's another team that seems to be a regular at this tournament. They won the Midwest Division. And the Metro Jets, who they couldn't have been more dominant through the regular season. They're 47-0 through the regular season. They looked unbeatable. But as soon as the playoffs started, the road seemed to get a little bit tougher. They actually lost the first game against West Michigan Wolves and also the Pittsburgh Vengeance in subsequent playoff series to win their division. They had to come back from an opening game defeated in a best-of-3 series. That's a pretty huge loss. So they kind of had their backs to the wall both times. They managed to come back on home ice after opening with a loss at West Michigan, Battle Creek. Won those 2 games to move into the division championship, and then lost the opener again in Pittsburgh against the Vengeance before winning twice on home ice, both times in overtime. So really a hard-fought couple of series for the Metro Jets, but they have to be considered among the favorites as they come into this tournament with 51 wins. That's just amazing for the Metro Jets. And they just happen to be facing off against none other than the Granite City Lumberjacks. So that game, which will be tomorrow afternoon, I think around 4 o'clock, that's going to be a major test for both teams. Only 2 out of the 4 teams in this pool will move on. So the Jets wrapped up, like I said, a 47-0 season. And Granite City, they were 32-8-5-2. Then they swept Breezy Point North Stars in the opening round of the postseason and won the West Division with a 2-1 edge against the New Ulm Steel. They like the Metro Jets, actually lost the opener, but then charged back to take control of that series and won it against New Ulm. So Metro Jets and Granite City, that is just, you couldn't pick a better way to start that tournament. That'll be very, very interesting. The other 2 teams in that group are the Junior Blues, who will open against the Atlanta Capitals. The Capitals are the winners of the South Division, which includes teams from Texas, Louisiana, obviously Georgia, and some of them other southern states. The Atlanta Capitals came out on top in that division. The Blues moved into the Silver Cup by sweeping Cincinnati Thunder in their opening round, and then had a great series with the Peoria Mustangs, going a 3-game distance before they wrapped that one up. They were 36-9-0-2. So another great team. The 3 out of the 4 teams in that division are from the Midwest, and all 3 of them have just had spectacular seasons. Atlanta Capitals obviously won their division as well. So every game in this Silver Cup Championship tournament is going to be huge. Now, the North Iowa Bulls, the defending champs, they will open the tournament later, tomorrow evening, I believe. They were 35-10-1-1 on the season, and they wrapped up the division with a 24-point margin on La Crosse, who was second place. So that was a pretty dominant season, but a 10-loss season for the North Iowa Bulls actually seems like a lot, because this is a team that usually manages to get through the regular season with 5 or less losses, usually just a couple of losses. I think last year they lost 2 games early and then never lost again. So they'll open against the Yellowstone Quake from the Frontier Division. That's out west. A lot of the teams in that from Wyoming, Montana, that area. And then the other 2 teams will be, let's see. The other 2 teams, one of them will be the Binghamton team, the Junior Senators. They were winners in their division, and then Long Beach Sharks both of them from the East Coast. And they will open against each other, but they'll also be in that division with the North Iowa Bulls and the Yellowstone Quake. So play begins there tomorrow. We'll be here again tomorrow night, hopefully with a bit of an update on how things are going, and then we'll talk about the games that are going to be rolling into the next day. So stay tuned here. Like and subscribe if you like the videos. We'd love to have you as a frequent watcher. And we'll be back tomorrow with more on the Junior News. Thank you very much.